Part 8 Ikigai Gentle Movements, Longer Life. Exercises from the East that promote health and longevity. Studies from the blue zones suggest that the people who live longest are not the ones who do the most exercise, but rather the ones who move the most. When we visited Ogimi, the village of longevity, we discovered that even people over 80 and 90 years old are still highly active. They don't stay at home looking out the window or reading the newspapers. Ojimi's residents walk a lot, do karaoke with the neighbors, get up early in the morning, and as soon as they have had breakfast or even before head outside to weed their gardens. They don't go to the gym or exercise intensely, but they almost never stop moving in the course of their daily routines. As easy as getting out of your chair. Metabolism slows down 90% after 30 minutes of sitting. The enzymes that move the bad fat from your arteries to your muscles, where it can get burned off, slow down. And after 2 hours, good cholesterol drops 20%. Just getting up for 5 minutes is going to get things going again. These things are so simple they are almost stupid, says Gavin Bradley in a 2015 interview with a Brigid Schuckert for the Washington Post. Bradley is one of the prominent experts on the subject and the director of an international organization dedicated to building awareness of how harmful, detrimental sitting all time can do to our health. If we live in a city, we might find it hard to move in natural and healthy ways every day, but we can turn to exercises that have proven for centuries to be good for the body. The Eastern disciplines for bringing body, mind, and soul into balance have become quite popular in the West, but in their countries of origin, they have been used for ages to promote health like yoga, originally from India, though very popular in Japan and China's Qigong and Tai Chi, among other disciplines, seek to create harmony between person's body and mind so they can face the world with strength, joy, and serenity. They are touted as elixirs of youth, and science has endorsed the claim. These gentle exercises offer extraordinary health benefits and are particularly appropriate for older individuals who have a harder time staying fit. Tai Chi has been shown, among other things, to slow down development of osteoporosis and Parkinson's disease, to increase circulation, and to improve muscle tone and flexibility. Its emotional benefits are just as important. It is a great shield against stress and depression. You don't need to go to gym for an hour every day or run marathons. As Japanese sanitarians show us, all you need to do is add movements to your day. Practicing any of these Eastern disciplines on a regular basis is a great way to do so. And added benefits is that they all have well-defined steps, and as we saw in chapter 4th, disciplines with clear rules are good for flow. If you don't like any of these disciplines, feel free to choose a practice that you love and that makes you move. In the following pages, we will take a look at some of the practices that promote health and longevity. But first, a little appetizer, a singularly Japanese exercise for starting your day. It is called Radio Taiso. This morning warm up has been around since before World War II. The radio part of its name is formed when the instructions for each exercises were transmitted over the radio. But today, people usually do these movements while turned to a television channel or internet video demonstrating the steps. One of the main purpose of doing radio taiso is to promote a spirit of unity among participants. The exercises are always done in groups, usually in school before the start of the classes and in business before the workday begins. Statistics show that 30% of Japanese practice radio taiso for few minutes every morning. But radio taiso is one of the things that almost everyone we interviewed in Ogimi had in common. Even the residents of the nursing home we visited dedicated to at least 5 minutes every day to it. Though some did the exercises from the wheelchairs, we joined them on their daily practice and we felt refreshed for the rest of the day. When these exercises are done in a group, It is usually on a sports field or in a large reception hall and typically involves some kind of loudspeaker. The exercises take place 5 or 10 minutes depending on whether you do all or only some of them. They focus on dynamic stretching and increasing joint mobility. One of the most iconic radio Taiso exercises consists of simply raising your arms above your head and then bringing them down in circular motion. It is a tool to wake up the body and as easy mobility workout that is low in intensity and that focuses on exercising as many joints as possible. It might seem basic, but in modern lives, we can spend days without raising our arms above our ears. Though, think about it. Our arms are down when using computers, when using smartphones, when reading books. One of the few times we raise our hands over our head is when reaching out for some things in our cupboard or closet, while our ancestors were raising their hands over their heads all the time when gathering things from trees. Radio Taiso helps us to practice all the basic movements of the body. Yoga. Yoga, it is a popular in Japan as well as in the West. Yoga can be done by almost anyone. Some of its poses have been adapted for pregnant women and practitioners with physical disabilities. Yoga comes from India, where it was all developed millennia ago to unite our mental and physical elements. The word yoga itself comes from the Sanskrit term for yoke, which refers to the crosspiece that binds drafts animals to one another and to the chart they're pulling. Yoga strives to unite body and mind in the same way, guiding us towards a healthy lifestyle in harmony with the world around us. The main objectives of yoga are to bring us closer to our human nature, mental and physical purification, to bring us closer to the divine. Styles of yoga, though all are oriented towards similar goals, there are many different types of yoga that, that vary according to the traditions and texts from which they were developed. The difference among them lie, as the masters say, in the path taken to the summit of our best self. Jhana Yoga, the yoga of wisdom, the search for discipline and mental growth. Karma Yoga focuses on action, on tasks and duties that benefits oneself and one's community. Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion and surrender to the divine. Mantra Yoga focuses on the recitation of mantras to reach a state of relaxation. Kundalini Yoga combines diverse steps to reach the desired mental state. Raja Yoga, also known as the royal path, encompasses a range of steps geared toward achieving communion with oneself and others. Hatha Yoga, the word the most widespread form in the West and Japan, characterized by asanas or poses combined in a quest of balance. How to do sun salutation. The sun salutation is one of the most iconic exercises in Hatha Yoga. To do it, you simply have to follow these 12 basic movements. First is with your feet together, stand up straight but keep your muscles relaxed. Exhale. Second is place your palms on your hands together in front of your chest. From this position, inhale as you raise your arms above your head and bend backward slightly. Exhale as you bend forward until you touch the ground with palms of your hand without bending your knees. Stretch one leg back to touch the floor with the tips of your toes and inhale. Fifth, bring the other leg back, keeping your legs and arms straight as you hold your breath. Sixth, as you exhale, bend your arms and bring your chest to the ground and then forward, resting your knees on the ground. 7. Straighten your arms and bend your spine back, keeping your lower half of the body on the ground and then inhale. With this is 8. With your hands and feet on the ground, lift your hips until your arms and legs are straight and your body forms an upside down V shape. Exhale throughout the move. Ninth one. Bring forward the same leg you have stretched back earlier and bend it to so that your knee and foot are aligned under your head and between your hands. And then exhale. Tenth one. Tenth step. Exhale as you bring back your back foot forward and straighten your legs, keeping your hands on the ground as in posture 3. 11th. Bring your arms above your head with your palms together and bend backward slightly, as you did in the posture 2, while you inhale. 12th, lower your arms to the initial position in mountain pose while you exhale. You have just greeted the sun. Now you are ready to have a fantastic day. Okay, now the next topic is Tai Chi, also known as Tai Chi's Chuan or Taiji Chuan. I apologize if my words are not correct. Okay. Tai Chi is a Chinese martial art that can be traced back hundreds of years to Buddhism and Confucianism. It is a very popular in Japan too. According to Chinese tradition, it was created by the Taoist master and martial arts practitioner Zhang Sanfeng, though it was Yang Lucan who is in the 19th century brought the form to the rest of the world. Tai Chi was originally a Negia, it can be called as Negia, or internal martial art, meaning its goal was personal growth, focused on self defense. It teaches those who practice it to defeat their adversaries by using the least amount of force possible and by relying on agility. Tai Chi, which was also seen as means of healing body and mind, would go on to be used more frequently to foster health and inner peace, to encourage its citizens to be more active, and Chinese government promoted it as an exercise, and it lost its original connection to martial arts, becoming instead of a source of health and well-being, accessible to all. Let's see what are the styles of Tai Chi. There are different schools and ideas of Tai Chi. The following are best known: Chem style, Chen style, Chen, Chen style, alternate between slow movements and explosive ones. Yang style, Yang, Wang style, the most widespread of the forms characterized by slow, fluid movements. Wu style utilizes small, slow, deliberate movements. Hao style centered on Okay, Wu style is WU and House style is HAO. House style it is centered on internal movements with almost microscopic external movements. One of the least practiced forms of Tai Chi even in China. Despite their differences, these styles all have the same objectives: to control movements through stillness, to overcome force through finesse. Finesse is Finesse, finesse, and to move second and arrive first, to know yourself and your opponent. The 10 basic principles of Tai Chi. According to Master Yang Changfu, the correct practice of Tai Chi follows 10 basic principles. First is elevate the crown of your head and focus all your energy there. Second, tighten your chest and expand your back to lighten your lower body. Third, relax your waist and let it guide your body. Fourth, learn to differentiate between heaviness and lightness, knowing how your weight is distributed. Fifth, relax the shoulders to allow free movement of the arms and promote the flow of energy. Sixth, value of agility of the mind over the strength of the body. Seventh one, unify the upper and lower body so they act in concert. In concert. Unify the internal, okay, this is it. Unify the internal and external to synchronize mind, body, and breath. Ninth, do not break the flow of your movement. Maintain fluidity and harmony. Tenth, look for stillness in movement. An active body leads to a calm mind. Okay, the next topic is imitating clouds. One of the best known movements in Tai Chi consists of following the form of clouds in an exercise called wave hands, like clouds. Here are the steps. First is extend your arms in front of you with your palms down. Second, turn your palms to face in as though you are hugging a tree trunk. Third, open your arms out to the side. Fourth, bring the left arm up and center and the right arm down at center. Fifth step is trace the shape of a ball in front of your body. Sixth, turn your left palm around your face. Seventh, shift your weight to your left foot and pivot from your hip toward that side, while your eyes follow the move movement of your hand. 8th, bring your left hand to your waist and your right hand in front of your face. 9th, shift your weight to your right foot. 10th, pivot towards your right, looking at your raised right hand the entire time. 11th, repeat this movement fluidly, shifting your weight from one foot to the other as you reposition your hands. 12th, stretch your arms out in front of you again and bring them down slowly, returning to your initial position. Okay, the next topic now is Qigong. Qigong, Qigong, also known as Qi Kung. Its name combines Qi, which is life force or energy, and Gong means work, indicating that the form works with the individual's life force. Through relatively modern, especially under its current name, the art of Qigong is based on the Tao Yin, an ancient art meant to foster mental and physical well being. The practice began to appear in reports on training and martial arts at the beginning of the 20th century, and by the 1930s was being used in hospitals. The Chinese government later popularized it as it had done with the Tai Chi. Qigong involves static and dynamic physical exercises that stimulate respiration in a standing, seated, and reclined position. There are many different styles of Qigong, but all them seek to strengthen and regenerate Qi. Though its movements are typically gentle, the practice is intense. Let's see what are the benefits of Qigong. According to the numerous international scientific studies, Qigong, like Tai Chi and yoga, offers significant health benefits. The following stand out among those proven through scientific research, as observed by Dr. Kenneth Mr. Sanshire of San Francisco Qigong Institute in his article Medical Applications of Qigong. Let's see what are those. Modifications of brainwaves, improved balance of sex hormones, lower mortality okay, lower mortality rate from heart attacks, lower blood pressures in patients with hypertension, greater bone density, better circulation, declaration of symptoms associated with senility, greater balance and efficiency in bodily functions, increased blood flow to the brain and greater mind body connection, improved cardiac function, reduced in the secondary effects of cancer treatments. Practicing these arts not only keeps us in shape, it also helps extend our lives. Methods for practicing Qigong. In order to practice Qigong correctly, we should remember that our life energy flows through our whole body. We should know how to regulate its many parts. First, Tyau Shen. It spells Tyau space Chenn. Regulating the body. By adopting the correct posture, it is important to be firmly rooted to the ground. Tai Chi, Tai Shi, regulating the breath until it is calm, steady, and peaceful. Tai Hishin, Sin, regulating the mind, the most complicated part as it implies emptying the mind of thoughts. Fourth is Tai Chi, Tai Chi, regulating the life force through the regular through the regulation of the three prior elements so that it flows naturally. Fifth, Tai Shen, Tai Shen, regulating the spirit. The spirit is both strength and root in battle, as Yang Juing Ming explains in the essence of Tai Chi Qigong. In this way, the whole organism will be prepared to work together towards a single goal. The next topic is five elements of Qigong. One of the Qigong's best known exercises is a series of representing the five elements earth, water, wood, metal, and fire. This series of movements seeks to balance the five currents of energy in order to improve brain and organ function. There are several ways to do these movements. In this case, we are following the model of Professor Maria Isabel Garcia Monreal from the Qigong Institute in Barcelona. The first sign is of Earth. Let's see what are the postures. The first step is to stand with your legs apart and your feet directly below your shoulders. Turn your feet outward slightly to strengthen the posture. Keep your shoulders relaxed and down and your arms loose at your sides, slightly away from your body. This is the Wu Kui or rooted posture. As you inhale, raise your arms in front of you until your hands are level with your shoulders, your palms focusing down. Exhale as you bend your knees and bring your arms down until your hands are level with your stomach, your palms facing in. Then hold this position for a few seconds, focusing on your breath. Next is water. First step is starting from earth posture. Bend your knees into a squat, keeping your chest upright and exhaling throughout. Press your coccyx. The spelling is COCCYX downward to stretch your lumbar spine. As you inhale, stand to return to the earth posture. Repeat this twice for a total of 3. The next is a foot. The first step is starting from the earth posture. Turn your palms upward and open your arms to the side, forming a circle as you inhale until your hands are level with your clavicle. Turn your hands so that your palms and elbow point downward while keeping your shoulders relaxed. Reverse the movements as you exhale, making a downward cycle, sorry, making a downward circle with your arms until you reach your initial position. Repeat twice for a total of 3. The next is metal. Starting from the earth posture, raise your arms until your hands are level with your sternum. The next step is turn your palms towards each other, about 4 inches apart, with your fingers relaxed and slightly separated, pointing upward. Third, as you inhale, move your hands away from each other until they are shoulder width apart. As you exhale, bring your hands towards each other until they are back in position 2. The fifth step is repeat twice for a total of 3, observing the concentration of energy as you bring your hands together in front of your lungs. The next is fire. Starting from earth posture, bring your hands level with your heart as you inhale, with one hand slightly above the other and your palms facing each other. The second step is rotate your hands to feel the energy of your heart. Third, turn from your waist gently to the left, keeping your torso relaxed and your forearms parallel to the ground. Fourth, with your palms still facing each other, separate your hands, bringing one up until it is level with your shoulder and the other down in front of your abdomen. Fifth, turn your waist gently to the right, keeping your torso relaxed and your forearms parallel to the ground. Sixth, as you exhale, let your hands come back together in front of your heart. Seventh step is with your palms still facing each other, separate your hands, bringing one up until it is level with your shoulder and other down in front of your abdomen. This completing the series. Starting from the earth posture, inhale as you bring your hands level to the shoulders, palms facing down. Second is as you exhale, lower your arms to rest at your sides, returning to the initial WQI posture, WQI posture. This is the ending part of the series, completing the series. Now let's see what is the next topic. The next topic is Shiatsu. The spelling is Shiatsu. Just created in Japan in the early 20th century, principally for the treatment of arthritis. And Shiatsu also works on energy flow through the application of pressure with the thumbs and the palms of the hands. in combination with stretching and breathing exercises. It seeks to create equilibrium among the different elements of the body. It is not important that Tao Yin have a name, is imitating something, or is engraved in jade. What is important to the technique and the essence of what is really practiced: stretching and contracting, bending and lifting of the head, stepping, lying down, resting or standing, walking or stepping slowly, screaming or breathing. Everything can be a Tao Yin. It is said by Gi Hong. Okay, the next topic is breathe better and live longer. The book Sishu spell is Xiuzhen, then space Shishu. Sishu, known in the West as 10 books on the cultivation of perfection, dates back to the 30th century. 30th, THIRTEENTH, 13th century, as it is a compendium of materials from diverse sources on developing the mind and body. In quotes, among others, the celebrated Chinese doctor and essayist Sun Simeo, I will repeat in words, Essayist, essayist Sun Simiao, Simiao, who lived during the 6th century. He lived in the 6th century. Sun Simiao was a proponent of a technique called six healing sounds, which involves the coordination of movements, breathing, and pronouncing sounds with the purpose of bringing your souls to a place of calm. The six sounds are, okay. The sounds can be hard for me to communicate with you, but I will try my best. The first is XU, pronounced like SHH, sh, with a deep sigh, which is associated with the liver. The next is he, pronounced like her, with a yawn, which is associated with the heart. Like it can be produced like, I mean, it's produced with the yawn, so I can't get my yawn. So the next is SIC, pronounced like sir, with a slow exhale, which is associated with the lungs. Next is Chui, 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 pronounced like Chwee, Chui, with a forceful exhale, which is associated with the kidneys. The next is Hoo, pronounced like who is associated with the spleen, spleen. The next is Xiz, pronounced like she, which connects the whole body. The following poem by Sun Simiao offers clues about how to live well according to the season. It reminds us of the importance of breathing and suggests that as we breathe, we visualize the organs associated with each of the healing sounds. Okay, the next is in spring, breathe XU for clear eyes, as and so wood can aid your liver. The next is in summer, reach for he, so that heart and fire can be at peace. In fall, breathe C to stabilize and gather metal, keeping the lungs moist. For kidneys, next breathe Chui and see your inner waters calm. The triple heater needs your XIZ to expel all heat and troubles. In all four seasons, take deep breaths so your spleen can process food. And of course, avoiding exhaling noisily. Don't let even your own ears hear you. The practice is most excellent and will help preserve your divine elixir. It might feel like confusing to be presented with all these Eastern traditions we have introduced in this chapter. The takeaway is that they all combine a physical exercise with an awareness of our breath. These two components, movements and breath, help us to bring our consciousness in line with our body, instead of allowing our mind to be carried away by the sea of daily worries. Most of the time, we are just not aware though of our breathing. Okay, guys, with this, I end this part of my audiobook here. The next will be the resilience and wabi sabi, how to face life's challenges without letting stress and worry age you. Okay, guys, I will meet you guys in the next part of the audiobook. Thanks for listening.